And this is actually such a clutch location to build a pylon. There is the pylon being thrown down for Tails. And what is this going to be? This is really interesting.
No second gas. Is this just gonna be a second stalker, and he's just gonna go really heavy, or a second gateway, and he's just gonna go?
Maybe he's going to proxy something.
Oh yeah. I think it's
What is it
a
going to be,
gateway.
though?
Like gateway is the only thing that makes sense here. Tails.
Well, I mean, if he was going to go for a 4-gate, he would have used those resources to get the 3 additional gateways.
Yeah, and look, he's trying to use his warp gate. This is so weird. Okay, maybe
What's
he's just putting the pylon there just for. Oh, this is his third pylon. Okay, so this might be just a 4-gate, and he just wants his pylon there
Okay.
to you know, have
That seemed like a
reinforcements
really
also.
early pylon for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was the third pylon.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
okay with that. But this is the time where he throws down 3 additional gateways. Like, he might throw 3 gateways down there, too. I don't know if it would fit. But 3 gateways fit. He might put 1 gateway there and then 2 back at home and then let the probe scout. He's selecting. There it is. A robo, okay.
Robo.
But he's only on 1 gas.
Yeah, but look at what Crank is doing. Crank is getting phoenixes. So this robo, depending on what he gets out, I'm not really too
Well, it
sure.
has to be an immortal. Like, why else
Well,
would
he's
you
added
proxy
4
it?
gateways. I'm thinking this might be a warp prism.
Why would you
He's
get a
only
warp?
on
Why
1
would you
gas.
proxy a robo for a warp prism? You can
I'm
just
not
fly
too
your
sure,
warp
man.
prism
We're gonna
across the
have to
map.
see.
It has to be a robo.
You think so?
Yes,
Or,
I think he's
immortal?
gonna get 100 gas, get an immortal, and then everything else zealots. That's the only thing that
that's
makes
a possibility. But the thing is, there's Phoenix. Phoenix might be able to lift off that first initial immortal.
You're
But there is
absolutely right.
again a robotics facility also going to get added for Crank, and I'm so curious to see what's going to come out of this robotics
sense. It
facility.
has to be an immortal. Has
Oh
to
my
be.
god,
If it's not,
it's a warp prism.
what?
There is the warp prism.
Okay,
on
I
the way
guess
to
your warp
Tails.
prism gets there faster, but again, your opponent's going
And
Phoenix.
4 gates, man. Yeah, so it's gonna be a warp prism. 4 gates are now gonna get completed here for Tails. Warp prism on its way, and zealots being warped in. And this is absolutely a lot of aggression here from Tails. Gonna warp in a few zealots. Gonna lift those zealots. Maybe do a little bit 2-pronged harass. A lot of players, what they do now is they
think I
move up the
understand.
ramp, drop the zealots into the main, and I think this is what
Cool.
Tails is gonna do. Yeah.
I love it. I love this. TIL, capital TIL. Yeah, he's gonna just negate the force field with the warp prism. So gonna drop, target down the sentries, phase mode his warp prism, and what does his opponent do?
I don't know, man. Phoenix not really going to be helpful right now. It looks like he's
Wow.
going to try to get a force field. Will negate these 2 initial stalkers from coming up the ramp, but he's going to warp in on the high ground, and Tails actually doing significant damage. Is he going to get the warp prism? Oh my god, the warp prism is actually going to go down.
Nice.
And just think about that pylon. The pylon seems to be so far away, but Tails is going to try to get another pylon here at the ramp. If he's going to be able to hold up against any kind of force field, he needs to get vision up in this high ground. Crank is going to need a sentry here very quickly, but that's not going to happen. It looks like more warpers are going to come in. Huge supply lead right now for Tails, 44 to 36. Immortal's going to come out, but I think this actually might be way too much for Crank. The Immortal's going to get focused down by the Stalkers, and Crank is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, a lot of stalkers here from Tails, microing him back away from the zealots. Phoenix is here and an immortal, so those are units that can be very cost efficient and can pretty much negate any sort of supply lead your opponent may have. And Crank looks like he might be. Oh no, that's 4 zealots from Tails. I thought those are 4 Crank zealots, and all these units are so low on health. And yeah, man, Tails looking so good here. A 35 to 30 supply. The Immortal's still alive, but is it gonna die? Yep, it's dead. And there's no economy left for Crank, so Tails, he's gonna take the tournament.
Yeah, this is absolutely sick play from Tails. I
What a
love
cool
the
build.
proxy with the robo. What you're going to see here is you're going to see 4 gates. There's no gas. You have no idea there's a robo on the map. Crank had no idea there's a proxy robo right on top of his natural expansion. And there's just no harvesters here. 3 harvesters down for Crank. Crank is in so much trouble right now. There's absolutely no way of coming back into this match. 29 supply to 8. And Tails, man, he's going to win this tournament. Man, he's going to win it 3-1 over SlayerSCranK. Absolutely phenomenal play overall. Great PvZ matches against Leenock. And pretty much an epic PvP final here against Crank. And he's going to take home $100, but Crank not going to go home empty-handed. He's going to take $25. And that was a pretty cool build here from Tails.
I gotta figure
I must
out where these replays are in my computer, because those are 2 builds I am sure as heck going to be saving and studying. Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Tails
that was
is
a
so cool.
really, really cool build.
I love Tails.
Well, I mean, usually you see the build. You can see 4-gate robo, but the thing is, a lot of players don't proxy the robo. And what you can see a lot is you can see a Protoss player take a second gas. They don't even mine gas, so it kind of shows that he's going to go for some kind of tech.
Yeah.
But they're investing the minerals into the gas, into building the assimilator, but they're not mining from it. They're using that resource to send the probes to the mineral line, get the war prism out as quickly as possible, follow it up with 4 gates, and just be extremely aggressive. And this is sort of what Tails did, but the proxy robo was just an intelligent decision overall. And beautiful micro,
I've never,
moving
like,
up the
honestly,
ramp. Overall, a solid play from Tails.
I've never seen that before. That was the first time I've ever seen that. Does that mean I don't watch StarCraft?
No, man. There's always time to learn different builds all the time.
Never seen that before. All right. Tails is awesome. And I watch Tails' stream all the time. Then again, it is while I'm falling asleep, so I don't see... Which one was the game where that other cool thing happened? What was it? It was the Archon one.
That was
Antigua?
on Antigua Shipyard, yep. I think that was game 3, maybe?
I'm saving that one too. PvP... Crank versus Tails. And now I gotta find them in my folder. And find them. Cool. Cool. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. You see the credits up on the screen. That concludes this edition of the TW Honor Open. MVPTAiLS takes down SlayerSCranK 3-1 after taking out Leenock from FXO in the previous round in the semifinals. So great job from Tails, such a classy guy, and using some awesome strategies. And of course, my name is Axel, joined by PrOmise. You see all the Twitters there. You can follow Creamy Turtle, who did host the tournament at Creepy Turtle, or Creamy Turtle. Gosh, it's so late. My mouth is like not cooperating with my brain. Of course, I'm at Axeltoss. PrOmise is at SC2PrOmise. That's with an O, not a 0. And of course, bitsperbeat.com, teamliquid.net, sc2clan.tw, sc2se.com. Tune in next week for Honor Cup number 3. I have the wrong overlay up. I never added. Let me add the correct one.
And to my followers, thank you again for following me. It really supports me. It really keeps me motivated to continue doing StarCraft 2 casts. No matter what happens, I will be continuing to cast as many things as possible. And just give me a few minutes, guys. I'm actually going to upload the replays. Again, this is going to be the finals. The only replays I will be uploading will be the finals between Tails and Crank. They are going to be 5 games total. It should be on my Twitter very soon. It will be a link. Click the link, download it. And there you go, man. You have yourself some fantastic PvP players. Again, congratulations to Tails. Takes home $100, and I'm done, man. It was a privilege to cast with you, and
yeah, man.
We're gonna do this next week, man. Same place, same time. More players, better players. It's just gonna keep improving.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Follow the stream too. And wow, Ryan followed me on Twitter. How do you get names on Twitter? Like, can you get any name you want? Oh no, okay. It gives you the display name. Okay, it's at DanceSC. Cool. All right. Well, I'm sleepy, so I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.